Welcome to the tag of the day. Today I am using several different distress products from Tim Holtz, the mixed media heavy stock tags, stamps, and archival ink. I'm starting with an all over background with the Distress Oxide in antique linen. I want to cover the whole tag. Make sure you're moving the tag around as you're blending so you don't get big blotchy spots. I'm going to add antique linen distress spray on top. I'm just doing little tiny spritz. I'm not pushing the spritzer all the way down. I wanted speckles. I dabbed off the big drops and then heat set it. I'm using my Misty stamping platform to add a stamp background. I'm using the Entomology stamp with the script. I'm going to use the Scattered Straw Distress Oxide, and I'm not going to do an all over background. I wanted it to be sporadic and kind of blotchy. You can kind of see it there. You can see it better when I dry it, and it just gives it different layers and textures, so to speak, on your tag to give it a different look. Next I'm going to go with the French Garden stamp set, and I'm going to use the Daisy. I'm using mine, again, the Misty stamping platform. If you've seen some of my other videos, I don't get even pressure for bigger stamps when I'm using just the block. So this is helpful for me. I can also go over a second time. So in this instance, the black didn't set very well, also because it's a brand new stamp. But I am cleaning off. I did get a little messy with the black and got it on the edge of the stamp, so I just wiped that off. But stamp again, and then another heat set. Every time you dry it, it gives the layer a set. But remember that the distress inks are water reactive, so if you do get it wet, it will reactivate the ink. But it's easier so that it's not rubbing off on your hands if it's dry. Next, I'm going to go in with the distress paints. In here, in the paints, there is a ball to help mix, and these are flip top paints. Some of them are retired. You can probably still find some at your local scrapbook store. Simon Says Stamp has a bunch, or even Amazon. I'm using mustard seed, wild honey, and pine needles, and I'm just going to go in and paint the flower. You don't need very much paint. It goes a long way. I've also added a little water to it to thin it out a little. I'm using a chisel brush to help get into the little corners. I don't know much about paintbrushes and painting. This was a suggestion from my daughter to use a chisel when you're doing like some fine corner pieces. So that's what I went with. So just painting the leaves, and then you're going to give it another good heat set and make sure it's dry. Oh, I decided to use the remaining paint to distress the edges of my tag, similar to what you would do with a distress tool, but I just used the paintbrush. I mixed the yellow and orange and added that to the edge of the tag before I dried it. For more of my Tag of the Day videos, please visit my YouTube channel from my scrap room. You can see different tags, different techniques. I was doing very well at first, doing a tag a day, but now it seems like it might be more of a tag a week, but that's life right now, so that's how that happened. I went in with the stencil and used this Scattered Straw again, just to add a little bit more. To me, it was still missing a little bit of something, so I just added that. Another heat, and then I'm going to go in with the Tim Holtz clipping stickers. Excuse me. And grab just a couple sayings. The clippings are not full sayings, they're just clippings, really little, or not full sentences, I should say. They're more of small little sayings. But I'm just going to add a little distress, add that down with some glue. And that's my tag. Hopefully you enjoyed watching. Please visit me on YouTube or Instagram, and happy crafting.